All right, so we're out here on Sunshine Canyon. Austin and Keegan have been doing a bunch of work out here, slogging dirt. So Keegan, what do you want to tell us about it? How's the job going?
It's going smoothly.
Where are things at?
We're getting down to our competent soil. We're making great progress. We got a little more scraping up to do. Other than that, though, we're on our competent soil. We're going to start working on our...
Well, first tell me why this hole is bigger than it needs to be. Because this is bigger than it needs to be, correct? You guys...
Correct. It is bigger than it needs to be. We overdug for the foundation, the footer walls. And it's deeper because we had all that extra material blow in. And we've also had the backfill from the fire as well. So we ended up having to dig, as you can see, about 6 foot deeper than we were expecting over on the far side there. We had another hole that was 7 feet deep as well. Can't quite see it at the moment.
We'll go look at it. So, and we're basically just trying to figure out how much of this hole is over the original intended depth. So over there on that far wall is what Keegan's talking about with the, that's where the septic tank was. So we had to remove that soil and get that down to competent soil. Anything else, Keegan?
So yeah, the 4 foot mark there, we over excavated 4 foot, but that's gonna be where our grade is supposed to be. Right there where it's the BTM.
Bottom of footing.
Bottom of footing.
So that's where we're originally gonna dig to, right?
Correct. And so we had to dig extra to get down to that competent soil.
Right, and if you guys were gonna guesstimate what percentage of this overall hole is deeper than it needs to be, what would you say? Like
65,
I'd say
70%.
I'd say like 85,
60,
90.
70, between 60 on the low and 90 on the high.
Yeah.
We'll average it to 70%. And then if we're gonna take the average overdug depth, we got 3.5 there, we got 4 there, we got 7, 6. Probably just go with 5.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Meet in the
Give or
middle.
take.
5
Because
foot overdug.
that 6 foot area and that 7 foot area are both kind of, they were lower than the majority of it. So I'd say on average is about 5 feet deeper than what we needed to be at.
Yep. And so additionally, like all of the soil on the interior footprint of the house was deemed to be unsuitable for putting the slab on top by the soils engineer. So we had to get all of the soil out of the middle of the house as well, because there originally we thought that we would be able to just dig trenches along the footings, which are these hash marks here, and then leave soil in the middle for the slab. But that's not the case at this point. So we took all the soil a good little bit away to the old tennis court in the back, and then we're going to bring it all back in with moisture conditioning, screening to 3-inch minus, and compaction in 9-inch lifts. And we'll use some compaction equipment there. So, yep, that's about it. And then this portion up here is the retaining wall, and we had to tear out a little bit more rock than needed, but there in that top corner, we probably have about 3.5 feet of over excavation, which we're gonna build up with sand and then crushed rock to set the footings on. And we'll have a little bit of rock breaking along these 2 sections there at the top. And we're gonna remove a little bit of that retaining wall up there, that existing flagstone retaining wall, which is all part of the existing work scope. And then we're about done. Ready for concrete.